Hello all. This is the first time I've worn some nice clothes for about 2 weeks.
First time I'm wearing makeup.
I don't think that's true.
A while. So we're a couple. We both live together and we're both self-employed.
And like most industries, we've had our work cancelled or postponed until further notice.
And that is why we've decided to create this out of sheer boredom.
It's true.
So we're going to be hearing from Rachel from Manchester, who's got a lovely, heartwarming story to share with us.
And we're going to be hearing from Katharine from Nottingham. She's currently living on her own through the lockdown.
We've also got a yummy banana bread recipe to get you through lockdown too.
And it's very good as well. You've been making it pretty much every other day.
Yeah.
And it's getting me through it.
It does last it probably could last more than 2 days, but doesn't last very long in our flat.
But first, let's check out Cat Cam.
Anyway, let's get talking to Rachel from Manchester.
Hey guys!
Hey!
Hi! Cheers!
Cheers! Our mugs are actually empty right now.
Yes, it's just for show.
I was planning to make a coffee, but I've been panicking.
The future plan is we will have coffees on here, not empty mugs.
The main point of all this is I want to, we want to have like positive stories and everything. And I know you've got quite a nice little heartwarming story that happened just before lockdown, didn't it?
Yeah, so my nana recently lost her partner, so my granddad recently died. She was basically by herself, got put into quarantine. It was pretty horrendous. She's also recently got diagnosed with dementia. I'd spoken to her on the phone, and while she could remember, she was saying that she thought what would be really useful would have been jigsaws. And that just came into her head at that point, and I thought, right, I need to write this down now to make sure I remember it. Anyway, I don't have any. One of my mates recommended that I send out a message on Facebook to the Charlton Forum. So I did that, thinking, I don't know if anyone will get back or not. And luckily, this really, really lovely woman, Hannah, got back in touch, and she was like, I've got two that are really suitable for older people. And she got these brand new ones out, dug them out. And I was like, oh my God, that was so kind of you. It just felt so lovely that she would do that. Anyway, I could drive round, and I did that afternoon. And then that night, the lockdown was announced. So it's like, oh, shit, what we're going to do? So I ended up going to my nana's that evening. But if it hadn't have happened that day, I wouldn't have got it. I ended up sending her some pasta back in return.
Oh.
I was glad she didn't ask for toilet roll.
Oh.
That wouldn't have been a winner. But no, in terms of the impact that had and the contribution that had to my nana, it was just amazing. It was just kind of like, I felt so much relief knowing that I'd left my nana with something and I wouldn't have been able to at all.
That's lovely.
It just goes to show in times like this how much people do rally round and help one another.
You can see really positive things coming out of it. It depends on your view. I know there's an awful lot of panic, but I think there's so much to come from it. It'll
feel weird, I think, won't it? Like going back to normality, like what will it be like, to be able to sit in a bar, sit in a restaurant, go call on your friends and go for walks together, and will we still be doing these kind of Zoom online chats with all our friends?
I've got loads of mates who are doing amazing things, loads of musical things. I'm doing a lot of musical things, a lot of recordings. People get in touch and say, do you fancy putting some percussion or drums or whatever on this? And it's like, oh, wow, nice one, great. Thanks for getting in touch. And that keeps me busy. And we're still staying creative. And a lot of my other friends doing dance workshops.
Yeah.
Also, people didn't really realise what was possible, I guess.
Our mutual friend Paolo was, he had his birthday due a few days ago. What was it, 40 people all there. And it was chaos, but it was beautiful chaos.
About 50 people, wasn't it?
Yeah. All talking over one another, but it was busy and it was they were all there for him. It was lovely.
Thank you so much for all this and your time. Keep well. We'll speak soon, I'm sure.
Yeah, you too, guys. Stay locked in.
Yeah.
Try.
Right, it's time for us to get some coffee because I'm actually gagging for it. While we do that, let's cut to Cat Cam. Again, a bit uneventful.
Yeah.
And there's only one at the minute. There should be 3 cats.
There should be 0.
There should be. Let's get to the banana bread recipe, which is lovely, delicious, simple to make. Any novice can make it, such as myself. Press play.
So to start with, you'll need 2 to 3 bananas. I always go for 3 bananas for maximum flavour. So you take your 3 bananas and you peel them, mash them with the back of a fork in a large mixing bowl. So you melt the butter, throw in your melted butter, give that a good mix. Okay, you then take 1 large whisked egg. Okay, throw that in. Then put in your bicarbonate of soda, your sugar, your plain flour, and a pinch of salt. Give that a good mix now, so bind that together until it's all nice and blended together. I'll just finish mixing this. Pretty much blended together now. So then what you want to do is preheat your oven at 175 degrees. Take a greased loaf tin and you take your mixture and you simply put it in there. And if there's any bits that just won't want to come out, you just use a spatula to get that out. So at this point, or when you're making the mixture, you can add perhaps something of your choice like nuts or chocolate chips, or if you're like me, you just like it pretty simple, and just sort of go ahead and bake it like this. So you place that in the oven at 175 degrees for 50 minutes. So it's been in the oven for 50 minutes, so should we take a look and see how it's looking? Oh, look at that. Smells amazing. Looks amazing. Oh. And there you have it, banana bread. It's really good.
Lovely stuff.
So good. So we're now going to be speaking to Katharine from Nottingham. She works in retail and her store shut a week ago as a result of the lockdown. She's now self-isolating, and so yeah, let's go and speak to her now. Hi, Katharine.
Hey, Katharine.
Hi. So, Katharine, it's day 5 of self-isolation. How have you found it?
To be honest, I mean, the first day just felt like a day off. It didn't really feel much different until the Wednesday when I went out for my first walk and getting ignored by the postman and getting ignored by people walking across the street. That's when it all kind of sunk in, and I was just like, okay, this is actually happening. And it's just been a bit difficult in that sense, not having any physical, not being able to give anyone a hug. I think that's been quite surreal for me. And it's like, the whole, when will the next time I get a hug be? Could be in 3 months' time. And I think when you live on your own, that's what people forget, that you don't have any physical contact with anyone. Even watching films and programmes now, I don't know if you two feel the same, seeing big gatherings and seeing people shake hands, it's like, oh, that's actually quite weird. And it's day 5 for me.
Oh.
I can't even imagine how people are going to feel in weeks to come.
So you're really outdoorsy, aren't you?
Yeah, and I'm normally quite an affectionate person as
Yeah.
well. Again, that hugging thing I can totally relate to. I'm so used to hugging my friends and stuff, and not even being in the same room as them is such a strange kind of concept. But I mean, I suppose it does open up the doors for people. I mean, I find that I'm connecting more with people.
Yeah.
You know, and have you found? I'm assuming you found the same as well.
Definitely, yeah. On the first day, on the Tuesday, bearing in mind I'd been in the public on the Monday, and I spoke to 7 different people on the phone. And I said to a few of them, I don't need to speak to you yet, because I was tired. I don't feel the need to actually really speak to people. Call me in a week's time when I'm like Jack Nicholson in The Shining.
On that note, actually, you know, as someone, you know, I do know you, and you are somebody that is a very positive spirit. Do you have any top tips for those people that are living on their own? Now, we know you're not completely on your own. We'll get onto that in a second. You've got a little furry friend. But what are your top tips? What would you say are your top tips for people, all those maybe watching now that are on their own in isolation?
If as soon as you start to feel a little bit lonely, don't stick your head in the sand, because it's so easy to do that in this day and age, because we're so used to being individuals and being independent and having our freedom. Just don't think that you're on your own. And sometimes some people's way of coping is to have that time to themselves to reflect. That's absolutely okay. But just make sure that you reach out when the time is right, and just always put things in perspective. Because like I said before, there's always people worse off. Let yourself feel those emotions. I had a wobble yesterday. I cried to 2 different people on the phone. But I don't feel any worse for that. In fact, I probably feel better because you have to let the emotions kind of run their course naturally.
You've got a cat, haven't you?
Yeah.
Tell us about that. What has that been like in isolation with a cat? Like, has it helped? Has it been... I don't know.
Yeah, it definitely helped because I talk to him. So it's like I'm not just talking to myself. Like, even if I'm talking about, right, Babs, what are we having for dinner? He's not eating my dinner. He's got his own cat food. Yeah. Make a decision. Don't know where he is now. He's out gallivanting. So when I first let Fabio out, because he used to only go out for about 20 minutes at a time. So then I came in, I thought I'll leave it a bit longer. Then I got distracted. It'd been like an hour, and I was like, "Where's Fabio?" So went out and I was shouting his name, and it was about 11 o'clock at night. And then I started getting paranoid, thinking, "I'm shouting out, Fabio, Fabio," and you must be thinking I've lost my Italian boyfriend.
I mean, we're seeing a lot of people use this time creatively, aren't we?
So many people are going to be thinking more creatively, and when there's no distractions, how beautiful is that to know that you can just really think about what you enjoy with no materialistic things. And the love and appreciation between friends and family. Like, can you just imagine the first day that you meet someone that you've not seen in ages and you give them a big hug and you go and have drinks and go and have food? It's going to feel amazing, and I don't think we should let it slip and take it for granted again. But how are you two finding it?
Well, we're both not working, so that's probably been... Well, I've only just finished working yesterday, so I think that is going to be really strange for me. I had a bit of a panic yesterday. I came into Matt's office and just started crying. I was like, I'm not working now. Oh, my God, what am I going to... And he was like, just enjoy this time. See it as a reset, because you very much see this as a bit of a...
Yeah, I see it as a reset and a time to kind of get back into a standard routine.
But... So I think we're motivating each other, but we do... God, I think it's really difficult, like... It's kind of what I said to you, and it's also the reason why we're doing this is the fact that everyone's living through this, but also everyone are just generally in life or in different situations, you know, living on your own, living with a partner. It's very, very testing, isn't it?
My dad rang me this morning. He said, I was tempted to start a game of Monopoly, but I didn't want to fall out with myself and not speak to myself. And I said, well, you can play chess because you know you'll always win.
Well, I think that's great. Thank you so much, Katharine.
Yeah, thank you.
That's all right. Anytime.
And we'll get you back on in a few weeks to catch up with you.
Well, we hope you've enjoyed our first episode of Four Wall Chats, because I know we have.
Please subscribe, like, comment, and please do share.
And if you've got an interesting topic you'd like to share with us, then please do get in touch.
Stay safe and strong, beautiful people.
Please do.